This is a walkthrough of my Givi built-in lighting kit DIY design that I did. As you can see, this is the Givi V56 mono key box, and the box already has holes built in for a lighting kit. However, the factory kit that you can get from Givi is just brake lights. So I thought, why not have more? And since I had a bunch of components lying around, I decided to go ahead and tackle it. Way more work than it should have been, but I'm still happy with how it turned out. Basically, I have a LED strip light in here. It's the individually addressable, which this is what the roll looks like. And I had to get the one that had tight spacing because this was the only one that would mostly line up with the holes in the box. You might be able to see a little hard, but the lights are actually offset as you move away from the center because they're not the perfect fit. And I actually had to use every third LED to work with this, but still works out. Still able to see all 6 lights. If you're curious, this was what I ordered, which I believe that's 144 LEDs per meter. It was the type I had to get. So that strip is, this piece comes off and there's a reflective piece underneath the red cover, and I just glued the strip to the inside, drilled a hole in the box, which maybe a little too dark to see right now, but the hole comes here and the wiring comes out here, and I just sealed this up with some sealant, and then used these little zip tie holders to kind of hold the wire in, and I ran the wire right along the lid to both sides. From there I spliced in and then left enough of a loop here that I can close the lid, comes down, and I just put another hole in the bottom to where I strung that down to where we come out here, and I have a waterproof connector so that if I ever need to remove the box, I can just pull this off and remove it. I will tie this up here so it's out of the way. The wire then is running down the rack here. Comes inside here where I have a split point to where I've got the wire going into the Arduino Nano, which is inside here right now. And then the rest of it goes to the plug for the rear light assembly, where I spliced in for all the power and signals. So I have one wire for 12 volt, one wire for ground, one into the brake light, one into the left turn, and one into the right turn. There's a 5 volt regulator that I built into here to output enough power to power the LED strips, because they take a bit more than the Arduino really can handle doing. And once, I'm just waiting for some glue to dry right now, and then this will get mounted back in here. I do have to be careful when putting the seat on that I don't grab these, but for the most part I don't tend to get under the seat much. And so that's pretty much the walkthrough. The way the system's working is when it first turns on, it goes through a startup sequence. After the startup sequence, it goes into running light mode, where it just has the 3 LEDs lit on both sides, which go ahead and turn on. So this is the startup sequence, because I figured why not. And so this is running light mode, and then it's waiting to see a signal from one of the sources. So I'll turn on the left turn. So as the left turn light turns on, there's a 12 volt signal that is then picked up by, I have an opto isolator that sees that signal and then turns on a 5 volt signal, which the Arduino sees and then knows, okay, I have a left turn light on, and it starts the left turn signal sequence, which I made into kind of a scrolling light. I also designed it so that while it's doing that, if I hit the brakes, then the right side will go full bright and all 6. And then it's the same thing for the left. If the hazard lights come on, in which it knows that the hazard's on, if both the left turn and the right turn are activated, then it will flash the hazards. Now the brake light, which you probably saw in the video, I programmed to do a 2 flash sequence. And it's just so I don't have to manually do it, because it helps to get attention of people who otherwise may not be paying attention. Or at least we hope. And so that's pretty much the walkthrough of the system, although it seems kind of simple. It took quite a while to make, but if anybody is interested in pursuing the same thing, I hope to have the information all up in the future. So hope you enjoy. Thank you.